What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And today I'm going to be doing my review of the Real Steel Sacra. Full disclosure, I won this knife in a contest on Instagram. And there were only 2 of them made with this fat carbon. They were prototypes. But the ones you can buy now that are available come in micarta or G10. And yeah, this one's made me rethink the way I look at knives. This is a knife I wasn't really considering buying because of the brand. Don't see much about Real Steel out there. But now that I've had this one in hand, I'm very curious about other knives made by them and other companies that I haven't checked out. So let's go over the specs real quick. Overall length 7.36 inches, handle length 4.06 inches, blade length 3.31 inches, blade thickness is 120 thousandths. It's K110 blade steel, which is basically like D2. And the weight's 2.5 ounces. Thumb stud opening, it is a axis lock. They call it the slide lock. That's what their name for the axis lock is. Slide lock. Let's do some size comparisons, then I'm going to show you some really cool things about this knife. And they kind of make me question other companies using axis locks. This is the knife I think it's made to compete with, the Benchmade bug out. It's a little bit shorter than a bug out, not by too much though. Thickness wise, weight wise, it weighs a little more, but there's a reason for that, which makes this a better knife in my opinion. Pains me to say it. Here's the sorry guys, I get something to drink. My allergies are all jacked up. Kaiser drop bear. It's that time of the year again. Pollen is everywhere. My car is yellow every day. Here's the C&B made knives, Predator V2. Quite a bit larger, or it's larger than the Sacra. Here's the TRM Shadow. Again, it's much smaller. This is going to be closer to that Benchmade bug out size. Here's a Tuya Big Belly. That's tip heavy. And here's a Spyderco Manix 2. And I will do a penguin also, even though it's not a crossbar lock or a cage lock. We always do a penguin just for size comparison, similar in size to the penguin also. Yeah, very similar in size to a penguin. Alright, let's talk about the good and the bad. Not much bad here. One thing I will go ahead and point out that I think is bad is I think it's a little bit overpriced. These run like $90 for K110, which is basically a fancy D2. Seems a little high, but maybe not when you consider how this knife is made and what else I'm going to tell you about it. The other thing I do want to point out that would be a negative, it's going to be hard to see on camera, is I can, if I try, get down in there and get to the tip of that blade and pull it out. I mean, I got to try, but when it's in your pocket, you know, you're not going to get that. But, you know, the tip of that blade comes pretty close to the end of the scales there, or the end of the frame. So, but I haven't had any issues with it, but I did want to point it out. This is basically an integral, right? You think an integral knife, you think of like this. It's one solid chunk of carbon fiber, and they mill it out, or it could be titanium, and they mill it out. Like this is an integral also, right? One solid chunk of titanium milled out, carbon fiber milled out. Well, what they did here was, this is more like, you know, a knife that would have 2 liners, except they made it all one piece and they folded it over. So it makes this thing incredibly strong while being extremely lightweight. There's one standoff down here on this end for the pocket clip, which is reversible, by the way, so it can't bend or fold. Sorry guys, somebody's cutting the grass next door. They just started. Hopefully that doesn't get too loud for you. So it's very innovative, honestly. I think so. So, you know, I'm sure that makes it a little more difficult to make these knives and manufacture them. So that may have something to do with the additional price. Something else I want to point out is, if you take a look at the crossbar tabs, where'd I set that bug out at? There it is. See how much smaller they are than Benchmade? Right? You'd think that may be a problem, right? They stick out just a little bit, as you can see there. But they've milled these and jimped them in a way where they're sharp, not painful sharp. They stick to your index finger and your thumb. I mean, they literally stick to it. It's done so well. Everyone should be doing it this way if you're going to use round ones like this. Best I've ever felt. It really is. They feel better than any other knife I've ever felt. You can't miss them. They just grab you. They grab onto your skin, but they don't hurt. So thumb studs, same way. Not quite as sharp as these, but they're still really good. Really good. The action is fantastic for an axis lock. It's fantastic. It really is. You did a great job on this knife. The way the butt of the knife angles right there, so when you're holding it in your palm to close it, I mean, it's just perfect. It really is perfect. So comfortable. No hot spots anywhere on the knife. Basic pocket clip, but you know, it is what it is. I'll probably try to get one of these replacement titanium clip and anodize it gold to match the thumb studs and the axis lock at some point in the future. But yeah, if you like axis lock knives, you should check this one out. This one's really good. Really, really good. I have no complaints. Only real complaint I've got is that I can get in there and get to that, but you know, I got to try to do it. This one's, you know, with most axis locks, a lot of them are very easy to fail. This one is dialed in to perfection, man. They dialed these springs in on this knife to perfection. I don't think you could get it any better than it is. And I've been fidgeting with it a lot. Even out of the box, it was fantastic. Like any axis lock, you can fail it if you try. You know, hold on. Hold on. There. I can fail it if I really try. But I gotta actually put effort in. If I give it any, I gotta put effort in to fail it. I gotta really try. And generally, with most axis locks, I can fail them pretty easily. With this one, if you give any effort whatsoever, that blade's coming out. It's coming out hard. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. Never mind. I didn't say that. It's coming out fast and hard, I think. Something like that. But anyway, this is a great knife. I think it's a little overpriced for G10 and micarta at 90 bucks, but you know, when you consider it's the construction, how strong it is, how lightweight it is, how good the action is, I don't know, man. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But maybe try to catch them on sale. But I'd highly recommend getting one of these. If this is your style knife, you like the axis lock, and you like it lighter weight, you like this blade shape, which I really like, this one will not disappoint you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next one.